Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the Risoux Forest. And I'll pick these up. I really want sort of a storage space on the end over here somewhere to store these a little bit better than what we do at the moment. But I mean, at the moment it's alright, I guess. So if I do that, I actually want to change sides, so I want to put that one over there. And then unload it like that, and then I want to load them back on again. And the reason I want to do that is because I want it to look nice and tidy. There, right. Now, I will unload it again. I'll drop it there. And I'll shut that engine off, and you can stop right there. And then we go here, and we sleep the night, and then that takes us through to January. There's nothing else that we want to do. We've done, December was the beginning of the season. We bought our cows. Nothing else we're going to do at the moment. Yeah, I'm not buying anything yet because we've only got 30 grand right now, and cows, they're fine, so I don't need to go buying any more cows. Nothing else that I want to do anywhere else. I'm not going to do any landscaping for a minute. I'll tell you one thing that I will do, actually. We'll keep that, we'll put that up to 60 times speed a minute, and I'm gonna get ready for the next excuse me. And get ready for the next house that I want to buy. Now, does that come under others? There we go. Right, so next house that I want to buy was going to be a block of flats of some kind. I just wasn't quite sure which one. I'm actually thinking this one. Right, this is quite a tall block of flats. I mean, it's essentially a choice between this one here. I reckon we would do 2 of these, or it'd be one of these. Let's just go with this one. So that one, that's the back. It would be here, and really, I'd want this one. I'd set it in a bit further. It's going to go in there, and we'll have grounds around it. So there's got to be a parking space in front of it, that sort of thing. So if we go into... Actually, we don't want to go into construction just yet. We're going to run up here. I've got that on 60 times speed at the moment. We're going to run up here, and what we're going to do is we're going to start chopping down some of the trees and just moving them out of the way. We want quite a big area cleared back here. Now, if I decide that I want to add in some trees, sort of go round this block of flats to make them sort of quite a nice little area for flats and that, then that's what we'll do. But it's going to have a bit of grounds with it and stuff like that, and probably a communal children's play area, something like that, I would think. That would look quite good with it. Let's take that one out. Once we get to March, we'll take it off of the everything looks the same season appearance. Definitely get rid of that tree. And there. Right, now I'm not quite sure how far back I want to go. Because I'm going to want a reasonable area behind, but I'm also, like, at the back of the gardens here, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do here. I'm thinking that this would sort of be maybe a footpath, and we could put some extra shrubs and stuff down through, so there's a footpath for people to walk down through. Let's get rid of these 3. I think that's probably going to be enough. And then we've got space to go and put our new block of flats in here. But we need 285,000 to be able to build that. Right, is that bit. Cleared all of those back. And I'm going to stand over this side. Okay, construction, decoration, otheruns, and... Well, that's the one that's got the garages underneath, and I don't really want that one. It's going to be this one, I think. Although I'm actually... Well, that's got windows on 4 sides. What about you? Have you got windows on 4? Yes, you have as well, unfortunately. That one also has garages. Maybe I could do one and then a small gap and do another one. But then you've got these windows that are looking directly into each other. I don't like that. So really, we kind of want just one on its own, which is going to be that one, I think. And this one's going to go kind of like back here. It's going to go about there, I would think. Which means I need to level that bit out. So we'll do that a second. So go in here. And that's going to be the level area right there. On that brown dot. Okay, so we'll make that a bit bigger. There. There we go. Right. We can change things afterwards. I've got a level area here. Smooth that all out. I can change the rest of it later. Once we've done these bits. Bring that up there. Okay, I reckon that's probably enough leveling for a minute, because we need to sort of figure out where we're going to have a car park for this and stuff like that. So we may have to bring that up and just kind of like have a steep bank on this side. In which case we'll probably like line it with rock or something like that. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that bit. But that'll do for there. I'm not going to do anything else to it. I'm going to sleep the night until February. It's currently raining. Still winter. I got 35,000, which is nowhere near enough to go and buy anything. Cows, I don't need to do anything. Let's have a look. Yeah, they've got 18,000 food in there. 21,000 slurry. Actually, there is one thing that we're going to want to do, and that is build a slurry store. So that would be under silos, would it be? Got a liquid manure tank there, 500,000. There's all kinds of different liquid manure tanks that we can use. That's a bale storage. There's a manure storage there. But we haven't got straw for the cows, so that doesn't actually matter at the moment. No. Liquid manure tank there does 5.6 million litres. Ha ha! It's 160,000. It is expensive, but look how big that thing is. It's done to scale. I like that it's done to scale. That one's 50 grand. I don't know what the capacity is, though. It doesn't. It really bugs me when they do that. Like, why go to all the trouble of making a new mod and doing everything that you need to do for the mod, and then not telling us anything, actually, tell us anything about it? This one here is 500,000 litres, and it is smaller than the one I was just looking at. But seriously, why go to all the trouble of making a mod and then not giving us any information about it? There's nothing here. I don't know how big that thing is. I'm not spending 50 grand to find out either. That one's just not going to be used. That's a dealership there. It's not actually a silo. There are some of these silos and some of them that are dealers, so you can buy and sell. And then we've got a load of manure heaps here. Some of these are actually really good. I'm using one of these in the time-lapse series, and I like them. I think they're awesome. And then we've got various different pallets, oils, and pallet storage, I mean. There's another one. There's a slurry pit there, but it doesn't tell you how much it holds. This one here, they're both 500,000 litres each. And then you've got these. That's 70,000, that's 140,000. I actually quite like the idea of the small one. I haven't had a chance to use these yet. Store liquid manure. So it's a slurry shaft. That one there. I'm assuming that we can go and put it next to. So it's 60 grand to buy it. They're not cheap, but this is just what we want. So you've got, there's the bit for the actual cattle at the moment, and then you would put this one in so that you basically, you can run this as an extension. And I would say we would just put this one over here. Like, if we bring that round that way, then that one would go kind of about there somewhere. We wouldn't need to do anything else with it. But we got to wait a little bit to be able to use it, and there's nothing else that I want to do right now. I can't go and buy the new block of flats yet, and I'm not going to do any more decoration up the top until I can. So let's get some sleep. And we are into March. So I'm just going to drop that to 15 times a minute. Then I'm going to go here and here. Seasonal growth days. Fixed visual. Off. There. We don't have any nasty flickering, and the fixed visual has been turned off. And if I want to go to the... We're going to need to have something over next to the cattle, same as we've got something over next to our house. And we will go and have a look over here. So we need to buy 12 cows. Let's have a look in here. What did I see there? There. Animal. Why have I got 2 lots there? Animal type Angus, 6 months. Count 12. Oh, I see. It's just where it's telling us what we've got, but kind of like listing it slightly weirdly. So at the moment, I have got each of these at various different points. So I've got you at 3 months, you at 6 months, you at 9 months, and you at 12 months. And that's at 66% for reaching adulthood. If I go back round here and I get myself another 12 cows, or calves it's got to be, buy those for another 4,200. So we're in March. I completely missed the window for selling the silage. I completely forgot about that. What's the silage gone to now? 530. It was 574. We're in March. It's down here. It goes down to 4. I've missed 40 per... You know what? I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to sell the silage this year. We'll sell the silage next year. We'll do first cut hay, and the second cut will be silage, and then we'll sell it all in the coming winter. We won't try and do it now. We won't... I'm not going to miss out on that cash. That is a fair bit overall. This in here, that's June. We've got to wait for that one. Right. Well, let's put in some more hay then. Go to you. Tip out that. That has emptied that one out completely. If we go in here, we've got 31,000. It does actually seem to be increasing the capacity now with the cows. Whereas previously I thought that you had a capacity on it and you just filled it all up. So if you only had like 3 animals in there, it'd take them forever to eat it. Well, maybe it's changed, maybe it hasn't. I'm not entirely sure on that one. But you can shut off. So there's nothing that I want to do there. It's March now. They've got like 4 for each one. And I just want to go to there. I actually want to go and have a look at the field. Because I want to see what the growth rate is on the 2 separate bits. They should be about the same. Oh, it hasn't grown at all yet. It's growth stage 3 of 3. Oh, no, that's fine. It's just decided not to grow yet. There's nothing else that I want to do in March, so we will sleep through until April. And then, again, there's not a lot that I want to do in April, but what I will do is I'll run down to the bottom. I'm not going to do any tree harvester work at the moment, but I will whip out the chainsaw and we'll do a bit of chainsaw work. So let's go to you down here. So we're down the bottom here, we're next to this field, and this is the corner of where we want to start working. So you can see my little arrow there. I basically want to just start working in a straight line down this way towards field 1. Field 1, this one is. Now I can see a faint line there. That line is the edge of the footpath, isn't it? Or is it? Is it the edge of the footpath? No. Oh, yeah. Right. So there is a footpath here. That one goes this way. And then that footpath, it does go up through here. Okay. So I want to get it next to the footpath. And this one I'm actually going to do next to the footpath. So what we'll do is the edge of this field is going to be next to the footpath. Now, that one right there on that corner, I think we'll leave that because the field will sort of curve on the inside of that one, so we won't be using that bit. However, this one here is going to go. And let me have a look at the map a second. So how are we going to do this? So it's quite a long run there. I was thinking about having kind of like 2 fields here and doing 1 field there and 1 field there. But now I'm kind of thinking, because of where that footpath is, it changes things a bit. So, does that split 3 ways here on this one? Yeah, it does. That's a bit more of a nuisance, isn't it? Alright, well, the footpath splits... Oh, wait. No, it only come... Huh. I thought it carried on, but it doesn't. Go into construction here and have a look. So the footpath comes down here next to field 1, and it runs down the hill over here, and it heads down towards field 4. So that bit doesn't really matter, but this bit does. So we'll eventually want field 1, and then I figure that we'd sort of have this bit over here. Now, if there's nobody actually walking onto this bit, if we can move that pile of logs there and these stones, then we can sort of lift this up, because that bit there doesn't actually do anything. Now, we do have people that are walking here. So there's a person there. There's another person walking back this way, so we'll see which way they go in a minute. And then that goes back over to field 13. So I've got a bit in this side that I want to kind of like take out and turn into a field, and then I've got a bit over on that side. So the field 1 part, I guess really we'd make another boundary over this way, and then that will be a separate field as well. So we don't necessarily need to remove all of this bit at all. But what about the walkers? Which way do they go? Right. So they don't go down that way at all, and they don't go up this way at all. Still think that maybe this one here will be a separate field, and then that one will be, and then this will be here. So we end up having a field that sort of comes up and around in this area in here. Go to farmland, and then another field can include field 7 and kind of that piece there, at least what we can. I don't want to be going too far up the steep bank on there, so it'll sort of be field 7 and working out this way for an arable field. And then I've got this bit here defined the edge of the track on there. It's sort of come up round this area, and then because we've got a track here next to field 1, it'll be field 1 here. And then there's the other bit of the track, so that's going to come over this way and be kind of like this bit here. So there's a huge amount of trees here that we want to remove, which means that, yeah, I'm not planning on doing all of this with the tree harvester. That's just going to be utterly ridiculous. It's going to take way too long to try and do something like that. Maybe if this was a time-lapse series that I was doing, then I would go through and do it with the tree harvester properly. Well, there's no question I would then. But in the meantime, we can do it like this. Now, someone did actually say that if we were to go and use there's a vehicle in here. If we go... Ooh. I actually really want to try that one at some point. the hydro trike. That's definitely on my list of things that I want to test out. But no, it's forestry. Forestry. Where is forestry? Forestry machines. Looking right at it. Terex. Have I got the Terex? There's a Raptor right there. That one, I believe, has got an attachment that goes on the front. You put that one on the front. But I don't know if that takes down whole trees. The Raptor one. There was another one. The Raptor by Stevie. Now, the Stevie one might actually do the whole trees, but there was another mod. So, Terex, I think. Wondering if it's the Black Sheep one. But there's one where you can just go through and it removes whole trees, and you just drive that thing through and it shreds all the trees as you drive along. And I thought that one could actually be quite good fun to try out. So we may very well be doing that. Now, I'm going to jump this up to 120 times speed so that we don't spend hours doing this. We'll just spend a bit of time doing this for now. You there. So I'm going to do a line of trees along the edge of where this field is going to be. So do a double line. So at the moment, I'm just following this footpath along quite happily. But when we get up to where the corner is going to be, this bit just here, I actually think this bit, because the edge of the field here can't be straight, because of the way the footpath is, so I'm not going to have the edge of the field straight. I'm going to leave that bit, and it'll just sort of be more of a curve. Now, the footpath loops up around there. And then I've got my own track that comes down. So this bit up here is probably not going to do very much. But we could have a little dog leg of a bit in the field coming out this side. Let's do that. And then that one. And then we'll take these few here. And this is sort of giving us our dog leg in the edge of the field. We've got to plow all of this out yet. It's going to take a minute or two. And you. Right. So the field would come, the edge of the field, it's going to have to be down here. We want to be away from that spoil heap that's there. That would come up this way to about here. And then head up in this direction, like that. And then curve right round and head back down this way. So we want to remove this tree. That one's gone, and that one there is gone as well. And now we've got this edge of the field comes along here. And then we've got those bits over there. So I'll take this one out. Getting towards the end of the day. And then it'll be May, so we get to go and do... Well, actually, I say it's going to be May, and we get to do grass cutting. It depends how much the grass has grown. Because if the grass hasn't grown enough, we will leave it until June before we actually start doing our silage this time round. And let's go to you. It does kind of depend a bit where the edge of the field, where the edge of this field comes to. I think, actually, we're fine for where we are. Because this would... Well, I was thinking that this would, like, come up to the edge of the field here. But I suppose this track, actually, if we were to bring that one that way, and then that would go into the edge of the field there, and also into the edge of the field here. So this one sort of comes down here, this way a bit. Or do I want it to run... Actually, that... No, the track can mark the edge. Let's have a look. Right. So I got this bit up here. We're following that line's going along there. And then it bends up round this way a bit and comes along and then heads back down that way. I haven't got anything. It's not showing the... Yeah, that goes miles away, but it's not actually showing anything on here on the map, which is a bit of a shame. I do have this. Alright, let's go to landscaping second. So I've got the edge of my field. It comes up here, and then up to that track, and then goes in here. So I could either just carry it straight on down here, so that then this one would extend down to the edge of the track here, and also take in some of this bit. Or I have the track bend up round there, so this field not only has that dogleg bit, but then comes up there. I don't think we want to do that. I think we want to have it going in a straight line here. So we essentially just want to bring that line there where we've got the track. And I want to go in a straight line down this way. This is where our field is going to go. And then on the right-hand side, this bit over here, that's going to become part of the field 7 area. That's how we'll do this. That's a more sensible approach, I think. So I'll take you out. It's getting dark, so we'll stop in a minute. It's that bit. It's getting very, very dark now. So that one. It's 8 o'clock in the evening already. One more tree. We are ticking along at 30 seconds per hour here. Okay, I really love this at night time. That's pretty cool. Anyway, we've done a little bit of tree cutting. So let's go here and get a bit of shut-eye. We hopefully will be able to do our hay now. Hopefully. We've got the new fields, the extended bigger field, and we can't. Not yet. The grass isn't grown enough. So we're going to wait until June before we do that. Which means, actually, we'll be selling our furniture in June before we do anything else. Now, usually, though, the furniture waits until the evening. That's when the price really hits its highest point. So we'll wait until the evening. But we can't do it today, and I don't want to go and do another bit. So what do we have? We had May. I bought May cattle, didn't I? May, April, March. I bought March cattle. So yes, I do want to go now and sleep the night again. Because we do the second cut in August, but the grass is still growing, so we can wait a month, and then we can do our second cut in September. So we do one in June and one in September. And actually, in the real world calendar, that would actually fit better, because we're doing hay for our first cut. Now, if we're doing silage, yes, May is a better time to do it. But now that we're doing hay for our first cut, it's actually better to wait until now, June. So we got 6435, it's saying on here, and this is saying 6448 already. 5-4. I think it does actually go all the way up to like 7,000, doesn't it? So I'm going to bring that down to 5 times speed right there. I'm going to jump over to this one. There we go. Let's scramble out through here. Food. Oops. I should really pay more attention to the animals. That's out of 33,750 on there. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.